Well, hello and welcome in. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I tried to do a Fearless Friday live and YouTube, boy, I tell you, they will make it very complicated and very difficult for you to do a live. And I just didn't want to do and futz and putz with that today because I have a lot on my list to do. So I thought I would just do this. I'm not going to edit anything. I'm just going to film and push it out so it's kind of like a live. Not really, but kind of is. So I have had this book on my list to do now. It's part of my 26, 26, 26. It's been on my list to do for months. And for whatever my reason is, I am just stuck. I won't do it. So Fearless Fridays, as soon as I can figure out YouTube, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Fearless Friday is going to be about conquering my fears in coloring and hopefully maybe helping you conquer yours too. My space is still not completely set up. I cannot find my palette that I have. It's here somewhere. So right now I'm using a dinner plate. Yeah, I know. Such a professional show. Okay, I've got these little brushes. You've all seen them out there. You can find them everywhere. Amazon, Temu, Shein. People were saying all different places. Those were the places I could remember. So I'm going to use those. And today I am going to be using the King Art Media Gels. So these are, they came in well, I think you can get them in a couple of different packs. I'm doing the 4-pack. As I said, I couldn't find my palette thing and I used the back so I could finish a page yesterday. So I got to get that cleaned off. But I think the reason why I've been having problems with all of this. Oh, you know what? Before I just dive in, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm talking super fast because I have a ton, like I said, I have a ton to do. So I think this page has been just hard for me to do the last couple of months because it's kind of a big page and there's a lot to do. And it's like, well, how, oh, I broke my little thing. That's a bummer. So how do I conquer such a big page? Because I'm not so sure I want to do pencils in this. And unfortunately, it is double-sided, so I didn't want to use alcohol markers. So I thought, you know what? When I was cleaning out my space, I found these and I forgot how fabulous these really truly are. So I thought, well, you know what? Let's just do it. Fearless Friday. You know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to get done. Well, not just done, but I mean, you want to do a good job. I want to do a good job. But how long are we going to keep this sitting around? Well, you just sometimes just have to dive in. And if I make a mistake, well, then I make a mistake. It is what it is. So this is the metallic dark pink GSO 48. Don't know if you can see that or not. And then this one, oh, by the way, this comes from the Artist Mixed Media Gel Stick by King Art. And this one is the metallic pink GS049. I don't know if you can see that or not, but those are the colors that I think I'm going to use. And I'm just going to put them on my good old dinner plate here, see if the dinner plate will work. So what's on this dinner plate is actually, oh, it's a glitter set that I have that are paints, and they are fantastic, and I love them. So let's see if this works. Oh, whoopsie. That was a bit aggressive. Shouldn't have done that aggressive. This one is the GS048. So that one was a little aggressive. Boy, they sure are flaky. And this one, 49. Wait, are they all 49s? Oh, this is the GS49. Okay, I guess they are just a little bit like this when you get them down. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I think that's just going to be a big old glob. Or I'm just going to have enough King Art gel to color all my color all my books. Okay, so we'll see what this gives us. And I should have made sure that my little brush was kind of clean. So luckily I have a slightly damp cloth paper towel. Okay, good. So that's fairly clean. And let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. Does it really matter? Nah. So let's just see. Wow, those are really, are they, wow, are they supposed to be that dry? That seems very flaky. Doesn't seem very gel, if I may say so myself. Huh, that's interesting. Maybe they're too cold. It's pretty color. All right, well, let's see. Should I test this first? Nope, we're gonna go right in. Okay, so let's just try this. Let's see how. Oh, okay, well, that's not too bad. That's not bad. Here, I'll bring you down just a little bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna do it all pink, and then I can come in on the back side and kind of, oh yeah, I can see where inside here there might have been. So I'm just going to stay circular. That way I don't get streaks if there happens to be anything in there. Okay, so I'm still using that one color. Okay, let's see, how's that? Okay, that works. I'm gonna go a little bit, oh yeah, see this little piece right here? Hopefully I'm still in frame. Yeah, I could see that being the bully on the block. Okay, well, that's not bad. What? That's fun. And I can see that just helps kind of get a lot of pigment down fairly fast. If I were to do this in pencil, it takes a lot to do these pages in pencil. So getting a base down is kind of fun, and it is fun just to see like the color on this. It really is a pretty color, isn't it? Okay, well, I don't care about the little bubbles, but I don't necessarily want to get the big bubble. That little flake drives me crazy. I wonder if all of them are like that. That's going to be interesting to see if they're all kind of like that. So as I'm doing this, what has been going on in life here on the Nixie home front? It's that time of year, so I've been trying to do some gardening. I've really had to slow down in the gardening just because it's really overwhelming and my body just can't handle it, but I'm still having fun. Just means I don't get as many projects done as I once used to. My big thing that I'm on, and if you are sad about wildlife, just hang tight, okay? So we have a family of armadillos that have taken up residency right outside my window over here. And I'm usually a live and let live. I figure, you know what? You were here well before me. You will be here after me. However, we had to put in a new AC last season. And just like everything, that was an expensive, very, very expensive proposition to get into. However, it is too hot here to not have air conditioning. It isn't really a want, it is an absolute need, and you just cannot survive without one here. So, we had to make that big capital investment last year. Well, the AC guy came out to do its annual, well, it's every 6 months. So the semi-annual get ready kickoff to summer. When he was there, we had noticed a little bit of activity. He's like, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really good. But we couldn't really tell what it was. We thought it was rain coming down because we do get heavy rains. This is the lighter color. I don't know if I'm going to notice that big of a difference, but I am going to put it right here. I was hoping it was brighter. Oh, it is brighter. Okay. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is a little glittier. It has glitter in it, and it is a little brighter. I don't think you can tell that big of a difference. Wow, look how fast that was to fill that color in. I love it. So at any rate, his advisement was, hey, to preserve this, when we get rains here, they can be very violent rains. They come down super hard and it kicks up dirt, and it's kind of under a shadowed tree. And so the grass doesn't grow there. Nothing really grows there. So his recommendation was to put down some rocks, some bricks. And so I found a cute little design that I wanted to do. They're super old. I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but they're like blocks that are about like this big. And inside it's cut into fours. And then it's got this like little daisy loop. I guess, let's see if I have something I can draw on. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but sometimes it's fun just to see. So it's like this. They're blocks. I think they come from like the 1940s or the 1950s. And it does one of these. I can't draw very well, but it does like one of these things. And you've probably seen them in older homes where they do this. I think they actually touch. I think they do more like this and more like that, but whatever. So I want to put those down. And then inside the little floral part here, I wanted to put rocks. So what would happen is when the rains came, it would splash up, but in those little, like the little daisy chain or whatever, it would then fall down through. And so I thought, oh, that'd be great. So I went out to do that. And lo and behold, when I went out there, there was a massive, and when I say massive, I mean massive, massive hole that had been dug underneath the AC, to the point that our AC unit was about ready to drop into the hole. The cement block was about ready to crack, and that was not good. This is weird. It's not hot enough. I'm blowing on this just to heat it up. I think maybe, have any of you had these where it just cakes up? That's weird. Okay, so let's see what this does. This is supposed to be a blue. Yeah, this is not working. Look at that. It's not working. Isn't that odd? It just, it's interesting. Let's see if it works now. Nope, sure doesn't. Okay, let me try something different. So at any rate, when I went out there to start working on that a week ago, after the live stream yesterday or last week. Okay, so this one is metallic blue, and it is GSO52. I don't know if you can see that or not. And like I said, that hole was so large, so big, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to lose the air conditioner. So I had to call the air conditioning people out because they had to first inspect the line to make sure that the line hadn't snapped or bent or anything like that, which would have meant a massive, massive redo. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's going to be super expensive after what we spent last year. Luckily, no damage had been done, but their recommendation was, yeah, you need to get this, taken care of ASAP. So I started going around filling up the hole thinking that would work. No, guess what? That does not work. Wow. And neither does this. Okay, I guess it's coming. My goodness gracious. I was hoping for a bit more color, but you know what? Maybe I just do layers of color. I don't know. There's like hardly anything that's coming out. I wonder if I got a bum set of gel. Like, I don't think these should be that. I've used these once, I think, before, but man, these are like, those are not fun to work with if they're this hard to get the color out. So I put the hole, covered the hole back up. I was like, okay, I was getting everything ready. I thought, okay, I'm good to go. Like, yay. So a couple days later, I go out there, get ready to work on the project. And those little son of a guns were back, and they had done a bigger hole. It's like, you got to be kidding me. Well, I don't want to say they're nearly impossible, but they are almost impossible to get out of your yard. So there's a big thing I have to do. Apparently I have a lot of grubs because I have a great house. There had been a fire on a house over that way a couple of years ago. And when that house burnt down, it drove a lot of the wildlife all throughout the neighborhood. So I'm not the only one that's having issues or problems with that. So it's just contending and dealing with the after effects of that. Well, that just to get the air conditioner, make sure that the air conditioner was in good shape and okay to go. That was like $275. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Then I had to call, I think it was 15 or 16 places, and nobody will do armadillos just because they're extremely hard to catch. Well, I found a couple of places. It took a while. $760 later, I have 2 traps that have been set out there. So I have to check the traps. They say just check it morning and night. But for me, I'm like, oh. So every 2 hours, I'm out there checking the trap when I'm home because I'm so afraid that I might get, I don't know, a neighbor's cat, I don't know, a rabbit. But if, I'm hoping, and when we get the 2 armadillos that have just camped out in our yard, my hope is that, I mean, I don't want them to suffer. However, I don't want them to be here either because they are going to do substantial damage. Now, to my yard, I don't care. Like, all right, dig it up, eat the grubs. You know, it's an organic way of getting rid of your grubs. But as soon as they come under the house or under the AC unit, it's like a no-go. Then the guy said, he goes, well, I don't know if you know this about armadillos, but they have babies. And when they do, they are, they come in 4s and they're identical. I'm like, oh, great. I do not want to be the keeper of armadillos. Okay, well, you know what? That's actually not bad. That's a great little base to start with. I think that's cute. What do you think? I think that's a great way to get started. I love it. Okay, so let's see. I want to see if maybe ink, I wonder if the ink tints will go over that. So that's been the big thing. I've been trying to clean my art space this morning. My art space was in such bad shape. It was really, really bad. So I've been kind of going through that. As soon as I get off, well, the quote live, I'm going to post completed pages. I got to be honest, completed pages weren't that great this month, but I'm hoping that it'll be better for next year. Or next month. My goodness gracious, my brain's not working very well. Okay. You know what? I kind of like, of course I like the fuchsia because it's bright, but that's actually not a bad little, is that a bad little color? Let's see. Is there a better color? Okay. So I'm kind of liking, let's see, which one is this, Ephrasia? Okay. So, oh, you know what? I think that's the old, is that the old set? I think that's the old set, 700. I also want to say thank you to everybody for the kind. I've had many emails that have come through sending best wishes. Thank you so much. You touched me immensely. Some of them you kind of made me cry a little bit, in a good way. And I really do appreciate everything that you guys said. It really touched my heart. Okay, so we're 700. Some people just wanted to know, how is she doing now? She's doing really well. She is happy. She is kind of dating, not really sure about dating, which is totally understandable. But she is doing really good, so thank you everybody. The update is she saw her doctor last week, and sadly there may be some permanent hearing loss. They have to wait 12 weeks so that they can retest her liver to see if there was, with the failure that she was starting to have, with some of her internal organs shutting down, the liver showed the highest propensity, highest damage. Though the doctor said the liver can regenerate faster than most, it's also the reason why when these type of things happen and you start to have organs shut down, a lot of times the liver is the one that shows the heart the fastest, because it's the one that cycles through everything. It's the filter of your body. So we just have, it's just right now, it's just a wait and see. She had been released to go ahead and go back to work. She can, she's starting to get back to life and that kind of thing. We are extremely lucky. Our PA had said that you were very lucky to have the emergency room doctor that you had, because most would have never caught that. She goes, I wouldn't have caught that. She goes, it's just not something that we would have tested for normally. And so she is very lucky that she got him. And I'm like, yes, very, very lucky. So she's doing better, but it's going to take a couple of months to find out if the hearing loss in her left ear and if the liver damage will end up being permanent. So we are keeping our fingers crossed and just hoping that, everything is okay. It was very, very scary for the, really all of last month. It was just, it was really, really just a scary time for her and for us. I was basically trying to caregive her. I mean, to the best of my ability. I'm not a hospital, but I'm not the worst out there either. So again, thank you everyone for all the well wishes. I'm trying to think what else has been going on in life. Not a whole lot, really. Let's see. Oh, I have a new book that came. I've never shopped on Temu before, so I put an order in. Talk about the slow boat. My goodness gracious. I don't know. This order may never, ever show up. One part did. It was this book. I had always seen it, and I was like, oh, I'm just so interested in it. So when it popped up, I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. Don't ever buy a coloring book from Temu. That was the worst. It literally was the worst. I'm like, do I even show it in a haul? It was like the worst book ever. I was like, I do not recommend this. So sorry, Temu, but your coloring books suck. Not gonna parse the words on that one. So I know that this will sound really silly, because I seriously doubt anybody that is watching this has not already known about this YouTube channel. But if by chance you have not heard of this channel, or maybe you have, because okay, so analytics, there's something in YouTube, it shows you the analytics, and it just says how many people watch your videos and all of that. And it doesn't necessarily show you who is watching. It just says, hey, you had 100 people watch your video. And then it'll say, out of the people that watched your video, 20% are subscribed or not subscribed. So I'm told that the analytics are kind of the same for everybody. Now, for this particular artist, I doubt it. She's been around for a really long time. But just in case, if you don't know her, or if you do, and you just haven't gotten in and subscribed to her, please do. And here's why. It's a big thing. Sorry, I'm moving things around. It's a really big thing in the YouTube community to get to 100,000. Oops, sorry about that. That was really loud. I apologize. But again, if you saw my desk. In the YouTube community, it's a really big thing to get to 100,000 subscribers. You get a plaque, which is a big thing. You get to, I mean, 100,000, that's just amazing to get to 100,000. Now, I do not have to worry. I will never get to 100,000. However, I want to support people that have a chance of getting to 100,000. And she really does, because there is already somebody. Now, they're not fully in the coloring community. They are, but they cross over to other communities. Okay, that one is kind of cool. Man, I love that. The cerulean. Yeah, you know what? That one could be kind of cool. So if you can get to that in the coloring community, I mean, to have somebody that truly is 100% in the coloring community get to 100,000 subscribers is amazing. And that is Coloring with Claire. If you have, and coloring is with the U, so it's the European version of spelling coloring, it's not the United States version of coloring. If you know of her channel and you have not subscribed, run over there and subscribe to her channel. If you've never heard of her, I will link this in afterwards. I will go put that in. Oh, I hope I didn't make a mistake here. Anyway, Fearless Friday, we're just doing it. We're just having fun. Go in there and subscribe to her, and let's see if we can help get her to 100,000 subscribers. Because like I said, wouldn't it be awesome? Now, if there is somebody that is strictly 100% in the coloring community and I didn't know about it, then definitely let me know. So the one that I know hit 100,000 views, subscribers, I think it was about 6 months ago, and it was Coloring Bliss. And she is definitely coloring community, but she's also throughout the art community. So there's a far bigger reach, where in the coloring community, we are a little nichier niche. So you have the niche of artistry, but then really down into the world of coloring. I would really like to see Coloring with Claire get to that, because it's such a big accomplishment. She's been on YouTube for like a day short of forever. We have all been able to benefit from her knowledge and all of her wealth of information that she has given willingly throughout the years. So if we could just get her there, I would just absolutely love to see that. So again, that's Coloring with Claire. Great content, great personality. I absolutely love watching her. And she just really is just a boost of, like, when I'm kind of down and like, I'm like stressing out or whatever. Not that I have much to stress out in life, but you know what I mean. So at any rate, get over there. And then let me know, have you already subscribed to her? Is she brand new? Let me know, because I would just be curious. Are the analytics correct where half the people that watch your video are not subscribed? I think that would be interesting. Oh, sorry about that. I fell off. I think that would be interesting to know if these numbers are anywhere correct. Let's see what else. I don't think there's really that much. Let's see what else is going on. I'm still trying to recover from having little Nixie move in and then needing the care that she has needed the last 8 months or so. And I am getting down to having I think I've got it's still a journey, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm still digging out from things, but I then took advantage of it and just thought, and I know this is a little bit morbid, but hey, we all have to do it. We all have to think about it. It's, everyone talks about it, but, back in my day, we just called it a deep clean. Today, they're calling it the Swedish death clean, which is a little bit morbid, but okay. So I thought, the whole house has been completely utterly just torn to shreds. There's nothing about it. This house is a disaster zone right now and still is. But I'm slowly unpacking all of the boxes, getting everything organized, getting everything put back together between, having an adult move back in with you and making room. Because, I mean, when she once lived with us, she was just a tiny little thing. She wasn't a full-fledged adult. And then, of course, the bathroom remodel that took forever. And then we had work that we did last year outside that I never fully recovered from. So I have taken that this month as I was working with little Nixie and getting her to the hospital, to the doctors, to emergency care, and back again. I was working on all of that, and I am really enjoying taking the time to get everything organized. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so you know what? I don't want it to be all pink. You know what? I'm going to do this. I don't know. This could be a big mistake too. It's Fearless Friday. Here we go. I'm just doing it super light because if you guys know, Inktense, once I activate them, well, not once I activate them, once anybody activates them, they go really bright. So a little bit of this goes a long way. And I don't want it to be too overshadowed. Let's see. Plans video will come out probably early next week. And like I said, I'm just trying to get everything back going again. Let me know what it is that you guys, is there something you want to see? Is there something you don't want to see? I have had quite a few requests for my library or my collection of coloring books. And so I think that's probably what I'll be working on maybe today also. Once I do completed pages, get that edited and get that out for everybody. There are a lot of people, they want to do buddy colors with me, but they don't know like what books I have, and I'm like, okay. And people are just interested. They want to know like, well, what do you collect? What's in your collection? And it's fun to kind of look at the books too and go, yeah, do I want to keep this book? Do I not want to keep this book? Do I want to move this book out of, say, like circulation a little bit? Move them out just a bit of time to kind of give a breather room, because I do have a tendency to color in the same books, and it's because it's like the path of least resistance. And so I thought, well, that might be interesting to see, are there books that I should kind of bring back to the forefront, or books that haven't, they've just gotten buried. So I was thinking about doing that. Outside of that, let me know. Fearless Fridays. It's my biggest fears. And today I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to even do Fearless Friday. I'm too afraid to do Fearless Friday. I really am going to have to try to figure out why sometimes my camera will go horizontal versus vertical. I followed everything from last week. I don't know. I got to figure that out. And maybe, I don't know. I don't really have any money right now. Maybe I just need to get a camera that's just permanently set to live, so I don't have to futz and putz with it so much. But I would like to do lives because I do think it's fun just to do a pulse check, a check-in, have everybody chit-chat, see what's on top of everybody's mind. Let's see. Books, new books that are coming out. Really the only thing, I did have somebody ask me, and I wish I could remember who you were. I did have somebody ask me what are the books that I'm wanting for the rest of the year. And really the only one that I have on pre-order is Hannah Carlson's Castle Ruins. I know for the most of the world you guys have already had it, but here in the United States, unless we wanted to pay for the advance, or not advance shipping, but extra shipping, we could have that. That's it. That is the only coloring book. When it comes to, are there any coloring books that are on my hunt list? Not really. I mean, of course, wouldn't we all like to have a spirit animal? My spirit animal came, and I knew it was going to come this way, but it came pre-loved. The pre-love was a little bit harsher on the pre-love. Um, but outside of that, I think I have every book that I kind of want. Oops. Every book that I kind of want right now. Though, I mean, I have to get in there and really look. I'm sure I've lost track of a couple of books. I know there was one that I was really looking for, and now I can't remember what it's called. So outside of that, I'm pretty well, for now, for the time being, I'm pretty well set on coloring books. All right, lips. What should we do? Oh, you know what we're going to do for lips? Let's see if this, you know what? This would be so fun to see. This was going to be in my video for finished videos, but this is like the unsung hero of the month. I love these little Lango art gel pen set. Okay, yeah, let's do that. That'd be cute. My biggest thing right now is I want supplies. I'm back on supplies. My heart just beats. I really want the Abercastell, can't say that today. Faber-Castells, there we go. Faber-Castells Aqua Corels. I think I would really like to have those. Not necessary, but they're on the list. I really, really want the Derwent drawing pencils. Okay, it does not like when I color that way. There we go. When it comes to pens, they don't like the way I color. The drawing pencils that came out, gosh, was that 8 months ago, 9 months ago? I really, really, really want those. Faber-Castell came out with their 24, is it 24 set that they're introduced up to their colors, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have their set, and I really liked them. I've used them once or twice. They're definitely a harder brand to follow and to get accustomed to, and I just need to take the time to get accustomed to them. So I'm sure once I get in there, I'll definitely want them. And then my big reach is I really want the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s. They're big pack, and then the the Caran d'Ache. I'm still like, is it Luminant do I want, or do I want the Pablo? Because I've been hearing people talk about both, so I don't know, like, well, which one should I do? Which one would be the better of them all? But that is probably like where I would like to go next. And yeah, that's kind of where I want to go next. So we'll have to see. Okay, well, I only had 30 minutes and I'm at 40 because I got to get going with everything today. Okay, so you know what? This was a big start. Let me pull this over. You know what? In 30 minutes, I was able to get quite a bit done. I'm feeling pretty proud. Let me go ahead and do that. You know what? So far, so cute. Oh, I'm not so sure about that. That's a little bit more purpley, but you know what? She still looks cute. She looks fabulous. And how fun to get a base page started. So this is going to be a page that I'm going to move into August, hopefully. Now that I've done this, the big part is like, whew, okay, I've got some color on the page. I think she's starting to look really good. I'll see what else I can do to her or for her. And thank you guys for being here. You guys helped me get over a page that has been going month to month to month, and I was just so fearful to start this. And so I really appreciate it. So I hope you guys have a great day. Tell me what your biggest fear is. And then maybe what I'll do is whatever your greatest fear is, maybe I'll make it a Fearless Friday so we can all get over our fears together. So until next week, wishing you the sharpest of pencils, juiciest and brightest of markers. And remember, it's just paper. Let's not be fearful of it. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.